Alright, so today we're going to be changing the spark plugs and the coils for a 2011 Chevy Colorado. This is a 3.7 liter 5 inline. So I have my 5 spark plugs right here. We're going to be needing our anti-seize for the threads, and then I have the dielectric grease here, and down here we have our coils. And then I have, I bought this 3-pack spark plug packet from Walmart because I did not have the special spark plug socket. These have a boot inside that help protect the spark plug when you're taking it out. I believe mine will be a 5/8 if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so I'm going to start by loosening up these brackets right here around the hose. And then we're going to loosen up these 2 brackets so both of these hoses come out, and then this airbox comes out as well. Right here, 1 screw, and then 1 screw back here, and then obviously detach it from the hose. And then the last thing that's going to be connected to is this little hose down here. So I took mine off and this just coincidentally came back on, but it'll just lift up and out like that. Alright, so before we move on, I'm going to go ahead and check the gap on these spark plugs. They're supposed to be pre-gapped at 0.043, and this is the part number. The only problem is that in my owner's manual, it says it's supposed to be gapped at 0.040, so I'm actually going to make that adjustment to 0.040. Also, I forgot to mention, this gapping tool is going to help a lot as well to see the gaps on the spark plugs. I did buy this at Walmart for, I believe, 98 cents, so this definitely comes in handy. And I'm just going to see if I can close these spark plugs just a tad bit. Okay, so what I did notice with this first spark plug, and I'm going to test them for all of them, but this one started scratching at 0.040, and it gets stuck there, and I don't want to put too much force, just because these iridium plugs are, from what I've been reading on forums and on the videos I've been watching, is that they're pretty sensitive, so I don't want to do any cause any damage to these, unnecessary damage to these spark plugs. But this first one started scratching at 0.040, so I think I'm going to leave these alone if I have the same experience with the rest of the 4 of them. Alright, personally for my case, guys, I'm not going to worry about it. All of these seem to be giving me resistance at 0.040, so I'm gonna go ahead and just leave them alone. And this is the part number that my truck is supposed to take anyways, so like I said, I'm not going to worry about it. I think it'll be fine. And let's move on to disconnecting these coils actually. So what you want to do here is, I'm going to get a flat head real quick. You take the flat head and you do that, and you kind of just pry it up like that, and it'll click, and you don't need to take it off as long as it pops off like that. And let me see, yeah, they'll make like a small clicking sound, and then they'll be loose like that, and then you can just put your finger on the black part right here and just take it out. Let me demonstrate that. There you go. And they just come out like that. Alright guys, so I've decided I'm not actually going to use the anti-seize just because of concerns. I'm not going to go into any more detail than that. I just won't be using it. I will use the dielectric grease though for the coils, from the coils connecting to the spark plugs. Okay, now that we've got that established, I've taken out this first coil, and it looks like it was that 5/8 spark plug socket, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take this first one out, and I'm going to do one at a time actually. So yeah, that's how we're going to roll with this. Alright guys, so I actually recently had my, I believe it's called the head gasket, replaced with all 5 of the gaskets that are under here as well. And I did have an issue where I was getting oil inside of the spark plug wells. I don't have that issue anymore, but I do want to warn you that if you do take out one of these spark plugs and they are just drenched in oil, or if there is a ton of oil in that well, I do recommend that you look into replacing that gasket, or seeing what the issue could be. It could be something else as well. It might not always be a gasket, but you want to definitely fix that before you change your spark plugs, because it is not a good idea to be putting in brand new plugs with something that's being, drenched in, if it's being drenched in oil inside these wells. So you definitely want to get that fixed before you do a job like this. But I don't know, I'd say my plugs look pretty good still. I'm really just doing a preventative maintenance, and like I said, because I was having that critical issue, which has now been solved, that's actually why I'm changing my coils and plugs, because I feel like they might have been damaged because of that over time. So I made this little contraption, a little screwdriver, and then this microfiber towel, and what I'm doing is I'm actually cleaning out. So what I'm doing with that is basically putting it down in there and just going in a circle like this and cleaning up the walls and everything like that, and removing all the contamination. You can see how that looks inside. It is very clean now compared to how it was like 5 or 10 minutes ago. So now this is ready to receive a new spark plug and the new coil. And in terms of the spark plug, you just want to put the grease from the bottom of the ceramic to the top of the ceramic. So basically that whole ceramic piece is going to be coated with the grease. Making sure not to put any on here, which I ridiculously did like 10 minutes ago, but I rubbed it off with the paper towel, so it's all good now. So as long as the dielectric grease is on that ceramic, you should be good. And yeah, just make sure not to get any on this portion of the spark plug, because you could run into problems. Okay, so as for the dielectric grease, I actually took a Q-tip here, put some dielectric grease on there, and then I rubbed it inside the boot there. I didn't go too far inside, just on the inner walls, not too far down. Like, for example, like if you're touching the spring with that Q-tip, you've gone too far. But yeah, basically like probably up to here inside and there. I put just a dab on this connector pin of dielectric grease, just like barely any on there. You don't want to go super crazy on that connector. Something cool that I noticed about these coils is they come with their own screw, so that is pretty awesome. I don't have to use the old ones, and I guess they can just be backups. All right, if any of these spark plugs give you a hard time trying to take them out, just use a breaker bar. That's what I'm about to do here. And there you go. Just broke free. And now I'll just use my ratchet. All right, guys, so we are done with this project. You just want to verify, make sure all these screws are tightened on each coil, and then make sure these connectors are all in each of the coils, and then that the tab is down on all of them. So you just want to verify that, and I have already done that, so I'm just doing this as a demonstration. But basically, we're just going to put everything back together. All right, guys, so we are pretty much done here. We have put all the tubings and double, triple checked that we had tightened all these clamps and everything. The 2 screws right here, 1 and then 2, make sure those are tight. And that's pretty much everything we had touched. So I'm gonna leave the hood open here, and we're gonna start the truck. And you know you did a good job if the truck turns on, so we're gonna find out. So there you go. Alright guys, that'll pretty much do it for this video. I didn't want to overcomplicate things. I just wanted to make a brief video here of me changing my spark plugs. And yeah, feel free to subscribe to my channel and turn on that notification bell if you want to stay up to date with videos that I upload to this channel. I do all kinds of stuff, gaming, product reviews, working on my truck, mechanic stuff, you know, all sorts of stuff on this channel. So feel free to subscribe. Also, feel free to check out my SoundCloud, which is going to be linked in the description below, where I rap over beats. And if you are interested in hearing that, that will be down there. So again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video.